People, deluded, I'm back again. Now, Arsenal's under 18s in their second official league game of the season were defeated in the North London derby 2-0. Arsenal 0, Spurs 2, Spurs 2, Arsenal 0. Now, at any level, when you lose that game, it's almost like losing 6 points. You've lost bragging rights, you've lost, it's North London derby. It's anything close to what these boys are going to experience if they make the grade up to the first team or advance into senior careers elsewhere. So it's disappointing to lose. We knew going into the game Spurs have a decent crop of players. They've got a good academy and they've got a good pathway. And they've got some good individuals at this level. They've got Mundo. They've got, what's the right back's name, man? Forgot his name, but he's someone to watch. The right back, Dan Scarlett, who scored 16 and the man's built like a man already, ridiculous. Alfie Devine, who they've just recently brought in, and he had a good game. Is it Di Santiago? He scored the second and he showcased his ability. I've known about Now John before when he was actually a schoolboy, because a family member of mine was on trial at Spurs at the time, and he showed his passing ability. And a couple of other players. Collectively from Spurs, I feel Spurs were more hungrier than us. I think they covered more ground. I think they listened to their manager's game plan. I just think they were all round better than us. We were outmatched in every department and things like that. So there's a lot to learn. It's our second game of the season, and we've got 1 win, 1 defeat. Hopefully the third game shows something different. But I feel for as good as Spurs were, and I feel for me, man of the match might even be Alfie Devine. I really was impressed with his passing range. I think we shot ourselves in the foot. I think we had a slow start. I think our first touch weren't there. The movement weren't quite there. We wasn't pressing and as hard as Spurs. Spurs were like a pack of hyenas to whatever Arsenal man was in possession. We're struggling to make 5-yard passes. The link-up play isn't quite there. We're making silly mistakes. It's a scrappy game, and it's a scrappy first 5 minutes in particular from us. We were sluggish, like I said. We're chasing shadows and we're losing our duels. And, that could be said for the whole game. It's a rude awakening to playing football consistently full-time now, boys. We shot ourselves in the foot. We conceded earlier and it was a penalty. Like I said, Spurs were the one in possession and getting the ball in behind and looking to threaten, and they made it count. I could be wrong, but if I can remember correctly, Zach Away brings down the man, and Scarlett, who should be buzzing with confidence, he's trained with the first team. Jose rates him highly. I think he's got a good future in the game. He steps up, converts the penalty, and Spurs are off the mark and they grab 1-0. Now, throughout the game, Spurs did have half chances and so did we, but I feel we really struggled. I feel Patino tried to fight. I think there was a good incident in the second half. Muro did a bursting run. I remember Omari Hutchinson put a decent set piece, free kick into the box. There was half chances there. There was opportunities, but I just don't think it was enough, people. It was, I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of our worst performances of the season, because we shot ourselves in the foot. I feel Flores tried to work hard, Marcelo Flores, but ultimately it came to nothing. And we weren't doing enough. We was chasing the game. Spurs got their second in the second half, 2 minutes from time. Again, it's poor positioning from the left hand side. I actually don't know how it squeezed in, but Di Santiago has got a goal to match a decent performance, and he's a highly rated lad. I believe they signed from, was it Barca? I'm pretty wrong about Barca. It could be Celta Vigo. They signed him last year. I think he's trained with the first team. I don't know how he, it was a tight angle to finish. I don't know how he got it in. I don't know how we've allowed him to get it in, but this is the tough lessons these young academy boys have to learn. All of them are good players individually. Collectively, they're good players, but they've got to be able to turn it on. Fantastic against Southampton, but if we look at that 4-2, we conceded 2 cheap goals. Equally this week, we've conceded 2 cheap goals. So, 2 games, 4 goals conceded, 3 points from 2. It's a bit shaky, and we are going to learn a lot of tough lessons. This is an extremely talented but young crop of players. I can sit here until I'm blue in the face and tell you about how much I rate Patino, and Brooke wasn't involved, the right back, but him as well, and Mon Louise, who weren't involved, and Zach, and Amari Hutchinson, and Marcelo Flores, and Kayan Edwards, and Muro, Bendira in the middle of the park. And I can talk to I'm blue in the face individually and collectively, because I think this is a good group of players. But there's a lot more variables to that, and they are young, they are naive. These performances are going to happen. Let's try and eradicate them. We move on. It's disappointing to lose this game, but we move on. We just have to hope we catch them on the rebound when we play them at home. So it is what it is. But congratulations to Spurs. I think Spurs moved the ball around. I think they listened to their manager very well. I think they implemented the game plan. I think a number of individuals got to shine. and showcase their talents and whatnot. And Spurs have a good couple of players there. So, you know, congrats to Spurs for winning and good luck for your season. Equally the same for Arsenal. But in relation to the game played at the weekend, Arsenal's under 18s were defeated 2-0 against Spurs. People, DG, I'm out. Please make sure you like, comment and subscribe if you wish. I'm out.